Welcome to Big Blend Radio's Adventures in Asheville show, featuring Steve and Karen Wilson, owners and innkeepers of the Lion and the Rose Bed and Breakfast. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Adventures in Asheville. As you know, last week we do this show every first Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time as the new episode dates. But last week we started doing this show every Tuesday because we want to keep you up to date on what is going on in Asheville and the surrounding areas, what is open, what is closed, how things are going. And so every Tuesday we air at 3 p.m. Eastern Time on bigblendradio.com, also youtube.com/@bigblendradio. You could just type in Adventures in Asheville anywhere that you listen to podcasts, Spotify, Apple, all those places. We are there. And this show is co-hosted with Steve and Karen Wilson. We call them Mr. and Mrs. Wild. They own the Lion and the Rose Bed and Breakfast in the historic Montfort district in Asheville. And you can keep up with them at lion-rose.com. Of course, they are here today, right? And also we have some special guests. But hey, Steve. Hey, Karen. How are you doing?
Hey. Good. How about you?
Hey. Doing good. Glad to have you back on the show. We're just up the road from you outside of Charlotte, North Carolina, and it's fall is here, y'all. I'm just saying. All of a sudden it got cold. What happened? But Nancy and I want to wish you a happy anniversary. Steve and Karen had an anniversary yesterday, and so you got some little bit of joy in there during the drama, right? So that is fantastic.
Yeah, we did.
That is awesome. How long have you had the inn now? Because didn't you just also have an anniversary?
We did. Last month was our 6th year.
6th year. And when we met you was during COVID. So I just want people to understand this. When you run a bed and breakfast as a husband and wife team, they opened, then COVID hit, and now a hurricane that just, is crazy. You guys are opening up again November 1st, right? So things are better. Every day seems like things are getting better, right?
Every day they are.
See, this is good. So it's been a rough haul, a pandemic and a hurricane. But you guys make beer. So it's all good. Right. Steve, I hear that water's back. So is brewing coming back to life at the inn?
Not yet.
Uh-oh.
Need clean water.
So right now you're still doing the boil notice, right? So
we are.
It's still a nice hue of yellow.
Oh, wow. It's going to get better though, right? So
it is.
I hope so.
Yeah.
So you're saying November 1st, but last time we talked, you had trees that came down. Those have been chopped, and if the building is still intact. You had some flooding in the innkeepers' quarters, but all that's starting to get better.
Right. Every day we're working on it, and we'll be ready for November 1st.
Yeah. And if something is delayed, you'll post it on social media, Facebook, Instagram.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. Well, we've got some great guests joining us. Also, everyone in the episode notes, everybody's website links are there, lion-rose.com. Also a link to our Healing After Helene page where you can see the event we did, right after the hurricane, and with a lot of messages from musicians, authors, poetry, readings, you name it. It's all on that page, as well as an extensive list of ways you can support everyone in Asheville and the Southeast, from Virginia to Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, East Tennessee. It's all listed on there. So they're going to continue to need support from us, whether it's supplies, donations, volunteering, and also as everyone starts to reopen, to go and support these businesses. A lot of them are online. You can do gift cards, gift certificates, things like that. I know Steve and Karen, they're planning and working on opening November 1st. And if you can't come November 1st, what really helps small businesses, which helps the greater community, is to get a gift certificate online and maybe just say, hey, I'm going to buy a room and maybe I'm coming in January, whatever it is there. Also, if you have reservations at hotels, inns, restaurants, even, and massage places, we're going to talk about that today. Maybe you just move your date instead of asking for refunds, because again, small businesses are really impacted in this, and that impacts the greater community. So are the nonprofits. So every bit of support counts. So let's get to our guest. We've got Cindy Smith back on the show. She was on the show earlier in the year. She is the Director of Development for the Friends of the West North Carolina Nature Center. And you can go to their website, wildwnc.org. So welcome back, Cindy. How are you?
Hi, thank you for having me. We are very lucky and very resilient at the Nature Center.
You're wild.
We're doing well. We're wild.
You're wild.
We're still wild.
So, I wanted to ask, because I know, like, even when Milton came through, they were looking at what was happening at the zoo in Tampa, and, there were some zookeepers that said, I'm staying in with the animals. I'm not leaving the animals. I'm not doing it. And they weren't able to evacuate the animals, or many of them at least. And I thought of you as soon as I was thinking. I was like, oh my gosh, what about the Nature Center? How did the animals fare on the property? And did you have to evacuate them? What was that story like?
Yeah, sure. So the animals were not evacuated unless there was some sort of reason that a loss of power would create a detriment to their health. So, for example, our hellbender, Meatloaf, was evacuated to App Wild. And Meatloaf's tank, it's really important that it's consistent. And so Meatloaf was evacuated. There were a few other, I think, newts that were evacuated, but all the other animals were sheltered in place. They were very safe in their off-site habitat, meaning behind the scenes. There is a habitat that's available to them that is sheltered. And all of them were basically sheltered in place very safely. And the determination was made that nobody would stay on site due to the severity of this storm and our lack of safe space for staff to shelter. We can't shelter with the animals, the animals, in concrete, with the animals. But, because of the trees and because of the determination of safety for our human lives, the decision was made to shelter the animals and then return immediately the next day. And when that occurred, they saw what had happened to access to the Nature Center. And then that became the biggest pressing need, was how to access the Nature Center, because Swannanoa River Road had washed away and the Recreation Park Bridge was floating down. Well, it wasn't floating. It had landed somewhere down the Swannanoa River Road. So they immediately had to boat across to reach the Nature Center.
Wow.
And immediately upon entering the Nature Center, staff was relieved to see that the Nature Center was okay. The animals were all safe and healthy. Everybody was accounted for. There was minor damage from fallen trees. All of these things, incredibly lucky. There was no power. There was no water, like the rest of, Western North Carolina civilization, but the animals were all accounted for. And that was just such an incredible gift.
Yeah,
definitely.
That's massive. And how, it's I think animals know storms right before we do. They know stuff. I mean, we were in Florida, during Helene and then got out for Milton. And, in fact, we recorded an Adventures in Asheville show as Helene was hitting Florida. It was like she was entering and you guys were already starting to get all that rain and flooding, it was a crazy thing. And then we had to go like, hey, are you guys there? We thought we were going to get it worse than you, which was weird. But, when we got to where we were in Ponte Vedra, Florida, there were like no birds. Like we were going, where are the birds? There's no birds. And there's a pond with a little gator and everything where we were, but no birds. And then 2 days after the hurricane, all these birds came. It was like wild. Like they know, so for them, I mean, I'm so glad your animals and everyone's safe there. Do you need, how is it now getting to the Nature Center for everyone to feed the animals, care for them? Do you need help in getting, food supplies or anything like that?
So I will share with you briefly, just how that all went down, and it's incredible. Community rises to lift each other up. And Highland Brewing has been a gift beyond measure. Our property backs up to their property. There's acreage in between our property and their property. And then there's also Gaseous Creek Road that backs up to their property. So they carved out a path for cars to be able to get through from the back of their property onto Gaseous Creek Road so that we could access our property.
Wow.
And they just stepped up in such a tremendous way. The owners of Highland have been nothing but just short of incredible in general to us. They're our main corporate partner. But in this complete and utter chaos, they just stepped up and said, what do you need? Of course. And they made it happen. So our team can get through every day with supplies. The folks that need to get in to, cut trees and put up fencing, they can get in without a hassle. And because of that, the director of the Nature Center, Chris Gentile, was able to reach out to local partner organizations like the Knoxville Zoo, Riverbank zoos, other zoos in the area that wanted to also step up and send crews every week. So every week we have rotating crews that come with a different set of, help. So we've got crews that were coming to help cut down trees. We had crews that were coming to help put up fencing. And they all bring with them their own supplies, their own water. They bring food, they bring snacks. Some of them are bringing catering teams to help feed themselves and our staff. And they come with donations, and they come for the week, and they sleep at the nature center very uncomfortably without
it's cold out at night now.
Yeah, without power. So, but these aren't like your average bears, right? We're talking like zookeepers, and we're talking maintenance folks, and these guys are tough as nails, and it's hard. It is not easy. Yeah. And I'm sure it was uncomfortable, but they just stepped up with their crews and they came. And because of Highland, because of all these other partner organizations, the Nature Center has been able to sort of like thrive in a way that really gives us some perspective of what the power of community can do. Yeah. And AZA, the Association of Zoos and Aquariums, of which we are accredited, sent out a message to the entire community of AZA zoos to support the Nature Center. And we have gotten upwards $55,000 of direct donations from
wonderful.
Not so much inside our community, which to me as a director of development, that was my biggest sort of heartache, is sitting down and trying to think about how do we ask our community for anything? We are still recovering bodies. Human life is so important. And we really didn't have to do it because the community outside of Asheville stepped up in such a big way. And most of this money is coming in from outside of Western North Carolina. And that is such awesome. A gift. It's such a gift. Wow. People in Western North Carolina are giving as much as they can to the places that they feel like they can give to, both emotionally, financially. It's like the trilogy of giving: your time, your treasures, and your talents. And everybody is giving as much as they can give in all of those arenas. And that's
special. Well said.
It's really special. Yeah.
It's special. I mean, we're in a place in our country, everyone's politically divided and arguing and carrying on. But when you see this and you see true humanity, true human spirit, the real community, the country is a community. And when you see it come from, within the same, the immediate community, regionally and nationally and even internationally, even on today's show, at the end, we'll be playing some of those messages from our Healing After Helene event. And we've got people from Georgia to France, to Pennsylvania on there, that wanted to connect, because also Asheville is a iconic city. There's no place like Asheville, and people go there, whether it's the Biltmore, and the Biltmore estate will be opening November 2nd, just saying. So we'll get to what's happening for the future. But I want to bring our next guest on too. We have Janae Martin joining us from Massage on Wheels and Asheville Massage and Body Work. Everyone, this is an important thing because stress runs high in these kinds of situations. Emotions are fluctuating from, sad, like when you hear a beautiful story of someone giving, who doesn't want to cry? It's a weird thing, but we do. There's so many, it's, the emotions, are there. PTSD is definitely something that our country needs to realize is going to be part of the makeup. So when we start coming back to places like Asheville, East Tennessee, Florida, South Carolina, Virginia, please understand that everyone has gone through something that is life changing. It's traumatic, and tread lightly, speak lightly, give bigly. How about that? Give greatly, I will say. So, everyone, AshevilleMassageBodyWork.com is the website. So welcome, Janae. How are you?
Hi, thank you. I'm good. How are y'all?
But good. Listen to that. She's got the y'all. It's fall, y'all. It's fall, y'all. Janae, when I talk about these emotions, you guys do massage and healing work. Do you want to speak on that a little bit of how massage can help?
Yeah, absolutely. So massage is a wonderful healer. So, we store emotions in our body. So being able to release and have a body worker that can hold space for you, especially in a time like this, we all go through, different things in our life. It's just really special. And we are really grateful to be able to have, all of our staff is okay. Everyone,
Great.
is good. We're supporting staff coming back when they're ready to. We have limited hours right now just to make sure that we can, everyone's okay. And we're doing all right. So we want to make sure that our local community is doing all right. So that's really what we're focusing on right now. So, being able to support staff by coming back to work, also supporting local community and getting some body work and getting some relief, getting some time to relax, get out of your head a little bit. Body work is great for that.
So you've been doing some work with some of the responders and relief workers, right? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, we've been doing some work with Mission, and a few other places, and we've been doing chair massages. So we do go out in the community as well. We do chair massages and table massages. So we've been to Mission recently and took about 4 therapists with us and did a few hours there with first responders, just first come, first serve. I believe we'll be doing that again here, I believe this week. We're organizing that. So we've been doing that, and just, that's been donation based. So anything that we can give, we give straight to our massage therapists. And then we've been organizing that for free, basically. So we're just doing that.
It's awesome.
Yeah. So we've been trying to do, as much as we can. We also, just trying to get people relief. First responders, they see a lot of traumatic things day to day, but it's a little bit different. It's your own community. So.
And this is an off the charts crazy storm. I mean, this is something that, really affects a lot. I mean, this is massive, the effects. And so, the other thing too, is people come back. I know, do you guys go to the Lion and the Rose and do massages there for guests?
Yes, we do. Yeah.
Okay. So that's a good thing. So, I was thinking about that today, how things are opening, and Cindy sent us an amazing list of parks that we'll put up on our Healing After Helene page. This page is going to be massive, but, it's going to be great. As everything opens, we'll just have this big, long toilet paper of a page of everything. Like, it's open. This is open. This is open. This is the good news, right?
I love it.
So there's parks that are opening. It's a massive amount of parks. So you can do things, but some parts like, Looking Glass Falls, is fine. I think my friends are going to get tired of me sharing everything I see on Facebook, but, I don't care. We're going to keep doing it because some things aren't open. Some things are fine. And when you see something that is okay, you may not be able to get to it, like the nature center. So, patience, time, and, help wherever you can. But there are things that you can do. And one thing is, a massage, you're helping someone directly. Absolutely. And I don't know anybody who couldn't use some body work at some point. Just, everyone's stressed out. The holidays are coming. People get stressed out at the most joyous time of the year. Turns out to be one of the most stressful times of the year. So this is something where maybe you can't go to what you wanted to do in Asheville, but you could have an in-room massage. They have the most epic suite at the top of the inn. This is a Victorian mansion. And the top, by the way, they have like their own mini kegs if you stay for a few extra days, like a mini keg in your room. You don't even have to leave. You have your own little fridge in there. You have your own balcony. I'm just saying you can play Rapunzel from there if you want. And it's like this suite. You have a walk-in shower, a soaking tub. Can I just keep promoting your inn? Like, I love it up there. It's awesome. You've got like a fireplace. You've got TV. You got, I mean, come on, y'all. It's awesome. And you could have a massage up there or in any room really. But, honestly, that, and then there's the Mary Grace room too, which I really like as well. But you could have an in-room massage and give yourself that gift of taking care of your body. And do you do couples massages too? Somebody who wants a winter romantic getaway? Just, couples. Ooh.
Oh yeah, we do couples massages in our spa out. We also do large groups. That's a lot of what we do. We're a little limited with our in-spa space currently, but we do large groups. We don't have a limit. As long as we have staff, we can do 12 or more. So like, that's still
family.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
a family. Cool. We do those a lot. Absolutely.
Yeah. Everybody calm down. Don't be rude at the dinner table. Have a massage, man. Don't argue during Thanksgiving. It's not the time. Don't talk politics during the holidays. Just have a massage. It'll all be good. Steve will hook you up with some brews. But it seems like, Asheville is coming back even with breweries and some of the restaurants. Karen, do you have any updates on that? So we know the Biltmore, again, November 2nd, and that's a big deal because of Christmas, right? They have a lot of Christmas programs.
It is.
And the Chihuly exhibit.
Yes.
So them coming back, and they did some good, as far as I heard, good donations towards the relief effort. 2 million?
They did.
Oof, yeah, that's good. Heavy Mountain Festival, who was on our show back in September. That event, which is supposed to be this coming weekend, is rescheduled to January 17th and 18th. So you can go to Heavy Mountain and check that out. You said your friends' Asheville Jeep Tours are back open?
Yep, exactly. So they're looking for some leaves and showing people parts of the forest. So that's good that that's back running. And then we have obviously a lot of restaurants started opening over this past weekend, and some of our favorite breweries like Dissolver. And they've done a great job for the community as well. So it's great to see all these people back up and running.
I love this. I love to hear this, that things are opening up. Cindy, with the Nature Center, I hear that you guys are going to start doing a little bit more outreach, since that people can't get to you. I know you already have an outreach team. So we know that we've got Asheville Massage and Body Work will come out to you. So there's a lot of moving things happening here. So, I don't know, maybe we can have massage and animals at the same time.
That sounds pleasant and wild at the same time.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you are correct on both fronts. We have an outreach education team. We have an on-site education team that, when you're walking around the nature center and you run into someone with a cart, or you run into someone at the Turtle Amphitheater, or you run into someone at App Station that are doing programs, that's our on-site education team. But then we have an off-site outreach education team. And those folks are the folks that go out to underserved communities, Haywood County, Transylvania, rural Buncombe County, and go to the elementary schools, the early childhood centers, library programs, and provide the nature center for folks who don't actually get to come out to the nature center, whether it's field trips or parents that just cannot swing the trip out to the nature center. Whatever the barrier is, we try and lower it. So we're taking that whole concept and we're doing that now with all of our programs and trying to bring the nature center out to people in a low barrier way. So we're still sort of doing the touch points for that very, very important environmental stewardship message, which is our mission. And just an example of that is typically we do junior wild walks and wolf howls and all sorts of events after hours at the nature center. We are actually moving them off site and trying to conduct similar activities without the animals. We're doing one this weekend, Saturday, at our office on Tunnel Road. It's a Junior Wolf Halloween Festival. You can find it on our website. You can get more information on our Facebook page. But it's really something we're testing the waters to see how it works, right? And if it works out, we'll continue to do it for community. And yeah, it's important we don't stop with our mission work. It's important that we still move forward, talking to kids about environmental stewardship and teaching children and families about how to respect our local native plants and wildlife, because that's what the Nature Center focuses on. Local native plants and animals, only plants and animals that, are native to this region. So that's what we're doing.
And I love that. Awesome. I love that you're keep moving forward, because, it is just one step at a time. This is going to be a journey of a recovery, but I think we should be applauding every step along the way, no matter how big or small it is. Right. But it does sound like to me that Steve needs some massive water donations so that he can do some kind of wolf brew. I don't know. I think we need wolf brew. Steve, come on. What do you think? What would you do for
That's another good idea.
Yeah, like a wolf. Yeah, wolf it down.
Make something strong so it'll make you howl.
Yeah, exactly. You could have howling on the porch.
Put hair on your chest.
Yeah, you could werewolf.
Hair on your chest. There you go.
You could have like a wolf and roar brew, because you got lions, So I don't know. I'm thinking some animal beer might be good. That would be fun. Normally you have the Dirty Godiva beer at this time of year, don't you? Or is that more winter?
Yeah, normally. But you have to wait a little bit.
Because you could say that in the morning when you have beer mimosas, on Sundays at breakfast, you could say, here, have a little bit of hair of the wolf. Haha. Sorry.
Hair of the
wolf. I know, that was lame. I had to do it. I'm thinking about, the breakfast at the inn. Very good. Waffles. I'm thinking about those tater tot. Oh my gosh. Come on, Steve. Tell everybody about breakfast, what they get when they come to the inn. Come on, like a good
bacon
Sunday
or sausage
breakfast.
or something. We make pancakes,
sausage,
or we'll make waffles, or we'll make what else we make?
Tater tot cups.
Oh,
French
it all depends
toast.
on the week. We make French
Pork
toast.
madame.
Yeah.
Oh,
We keep it pretty
Mix
basic
it up
around
every
here.
day.
And
want it
when
to
you
taste
do get
good.
sausage, Steve will sing Sausage Day to you, right? Sausage
Yeah, we don't do
Day.
that so much anymore. Our sausage boy isn't around anymore, so.
I know, but still, sausage. I did find out from Joey Stuckey, musician Joey Stuckey, who's on our Halloween show coming up, that he's from Macon, Georgia. He's the music ambassador of Georgia. He's also on today's podcast from our event, our Healing After Helene event, so you'll hear his message. But I said, are you making bacon in Macon? And he says, I have to tell you that every Friday is bacon day in the Stuckey household. And I'm like, what? What are you talking about? They have a bacon day. I suppose we shouldn't be saying this when there's a massage therapist on the show and a wildlife person. Sorry, but sausage and bacon are good. Sorry, Janae, is that okay?
No, it's delicious. You're good.
Okay. Cindy, are you okay with bacon and sausage? Like, uh-oh.
Yeah, nope, I'm not. Nope, I'm fine with bacon and sausage. You guys do what you gotta do, right?
We got to.
Yep.
We need sustenance. We've got to have some fun here. Let's go around and talk about who knows who is open. I'm going to put up a list of parks that are open. Thank you, Cindy, for forwarding that email. But let's go to you, Janae. Anybody you want to give a shout out that is open that we should know about?
Yeah,
I know it's kind of hard, but yeah.
So I know of some restaurants and coffee shops and breweries. So I know that the Great Eagle is actually open currently with some limited hours, which is wonderful. I also know that Stony Knob Cafe in Weaverville is open, so it's a wonderful, another local place. Also, the Whale in West Asheville, they've been doing a lot of great stuff for the River Arts District. They're open, and I believe their Hot Creek location is open now as well, the Outpost. So,
Oh, cool. Okay.
Nice.
So
Nice, everyone.
I like the place.
That's, yeah. Cindy, anyone that you want to give a shout out to that you know that's open?
I mean, I sent over that list of parks, and
Yeah.
I definitely will say that I am displaced. I am not currently in Asheville, so I haven't really been able to keep up with who's open and doing what and how. But I am keeping my eye on all those parks so that when my 4-year-old and I return, we will have some joy to experience. And so I can't share anything more than what I did.
But but everyone, this list is amazing. I'm looking at, and you can go for the utmost. Actually, this is the best thing to do is I'm going to give people a link because this is going to change all the time. So there's one link for parks that are open. Go to asheville.nc.gov/parks. And I'll put that in the episode notes because so many are open. Augusta Barnett Park, Asheville Skate Park, which is fantastic for kids to be able to go skate and get that energy going and out, in and out, you know. There's Choctaw Park, Dr. Wesley Grant Southside Community Center. The outdoor side is open. Grace's Garden, Forest Park. There's also the Griffin Boulevard Rose Garden. How cool is that? So a lot of community centers, Hummingbird Park. I want to go just because of the name. You know, so there's Magnolia Park, Martin Luther King Jr. Park. There's a huge list. Sunset Park, Triangle Park, Bolton Street Park, Weaver Park, Ray L. Kusaya Park, Pritchard Park. I didn't even know you guys had this many parks, and that's what we do as we travel is document parks. You guys have a hell of a lot of parks. I'm looking at this list of what's closed, what's open. So that link, that's what we're going to do is give a link over to the city site so you can see what is opened. And, you know, Asheville has such beautiful parks. The weather is beautiful. Is it a beautiful day in Asheville today? It is out here in the area.
Yeah, it's nice.
I know. Isn't it weird when it's so beautiful and you look around going, all this happened, but it's beautiful. You know, it's a weird contradiction. Steve and Karen, anybody else you want to give a shout out to about who's open?
I know Grove Arcade open, so a lot of the shops in Grove Arcade are back open. We like Huli Sue's. That's a nice Hawaiian restaurant. They reopened. Salt Faced Mule has been open. Those are the ones I think off the top of my head, but more and more every day. I mean, this weekend was really a good reopening date for a lot of places.
Awesome. Well, we'll be back next Tuesday, everyone, to keep you posted. And from now, we're going to go into some of the music messages, some poetry, some insight from our special guest from our Healing After Helene event. So take a listen to that. Again, all the links are in the episode notes. Thank you for joining us, Janae. We really appreciate you coming on the show.
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate y'all.
Please come back and keep us posted. And thank you again, Cindy, for joining us to tell us about the Nature Center. And please come back and keep us posted on your outreach programs and how people can continue to help. Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Everyone, again, the links. So it's wild@wnc.org for the Friends of the WNC Nature Center. Also go to AshevilleMassageBodywork.com and, of course, lion-rose.com. Thank you, everyone, and let's get to some of those cool messages and poetry and book readings.
Hey everybody, Anthony Corder here. On behalf of my band Tora Tora and myself, I just wanted to reach out and send our thoughts and prayers to those that are affected by this East Coast weather event. I can't imagine what you guys are going through. Just know that you have prayer warriors everywhere thinking about you guys. We have people that are donating their time and efforts into helping those that were affected, and that you guys are not alone. We're thinking about you. We hear you there, and we're lifting you guys up. And I just wanted to share a song for you that might help uplift you. And we love you guys. Stay strong.
Thought about you today, a few simple words you used to say, before the sun could break its way into the morning sky. Hold on to the memories that bring you joy and hope and peace. Never settle for anything less than happiness. Oh, and don't you forget.
Hey friends, this is Joey Stuckey, recording engineer, producer, artist, and part of the Big Blend family. And I just wanted to send my love and my deep concern for everyone affected by the horrible storms. And I wanted to let you know that you're not alone, that there are many people thinking of you and wanting things to be good for you. And there's not a whole lot I can do except to give to some charities like the Red Cross that can go into these situations and help in profound ways that I can't. I've already done that. And the other thing I can do, besides sending my love and letting you know that you're being thought of and that there are people that are out here with brotherhood and love for you, is to give you the gift of music. Music is such a powerful tool for healing, and community is such a powerful tool for healing, and the two things go hand in hand. So I wanted to just share with you a little bit of music, hopefully to put a smile on your face, to remind you that there will be good times again. And from me and all the Stuckey family, we send our love and prayers to you now and hope you enjoy a little music from me.
Every place I have gone just brings me back to you. My horizons, I can just reach out and touch.
Greetings from New York City. My name is Marlon Cherry. I grew up in Charlotte, North Carolina before moving here in 1987, and I still have friends and acquaintances in Asheville and the surrounding Western North Carolina area. Fortunately, I've heard back from all of them, and they are all safe and well. Unfortunately, that's not the same case for everyone. So I would like to give a big thanks to all of the responders from all across the country who are aiding and assisting in this recovery effort from this tragic storm. And a huge thanks to Big Blend Radio for this fundraiser that they're putting on. My contribution to the fundraiser is a video of a song that I wrote along with Terry Roach called Blessings. And I certainly want to extend blessings to all of the people in North Carolina and all of the people from across the country who are aiding in the recovery effort. Blessings, peace, and love to you all.
Sunrise, sunset, moonshine, love and laughter in our hearts, water and wine, the food we share to break the fast.
Good morning. I'm on my morning walk. Shelley Wizen here for those of you who don't know me. And I first want to stop for a moment and thank Lisa and Nancy from Big Blend Radio and Magazine, and Steve and Karen Wilson from the Lion and the Rose Bed and Breakfast in Asheville for galvanizing their communities to put something on for you, for all people who are suffering. Really in the world, the hurricane is an ideal way of helping other people. And unfortunately, sometimes that's what it takes, a catastrophe or something like that. So my heart goes out to each and every one of you. I know what it's like to lose a house. I lost my house in the 94 Northridge earthquake, and it became toothpicks in the street. And I remember that distinctly. And I just want my sense of what I experienced to feel what you feel mourn and grieve. Life will not be the same. And life can even be better, if you can imagine that right now. Your life will get better. You won't always be in the place you're in. There's rebuilding. And if you look around, there's so many people wanting to pitch in and help each other. And sometimes we wait for catastrophes and tragedies for us to come together. I don't understand what that dynamic is or why we would need to wait. But what I see when that happens is people from all kinds of walks of life step out and they do their share in helping someone who has lost literally everything. And sometimes the people we love. We're always going to lose someone we love. That's part of life, and that's part of death. So I encourage each and every one of you who are suffering to let yourself be gentle on yourself, be kind to yourself, just do the best you can. There's now a rebuilding, and now I understand there's another hurricane coming, so I don't know. I live in earthquake territory, and I don't know, if you were to choose, I don't like the wet, but I do love the ocean. It's part of the deal. So stay well, be loving, be kind, help each other. And everybody back here, we're doing our part in helping in the way that we can. So take care of yourselves, and may tomorrow bring a sunny day, literally, and a day where everybody can pitch in and clean up whatever nature has thrown her way. And she sure did throw a lot. Look how powerful Mother Nature is. We can't control Mother Nature. We sure can contribute to her and to the planet and to be more mindful. We sure can do that. So maybe this is another wake-up call that says, please take care of me, says Mother Earth, for I am your grounding. I am your support. Treat me well. God bless you all. All right. Thank you. And thank you, Lisa, Nancy, and Steve, and Karen, for putting all your energies into Hurricane healing, or Helene, what's it called? Hurricane Helene healing. Yeah. So you're going to hear some music, and you're going to hear lots of things. And I'm going on, so this is about 4 minutes and 21 seconds, so I may need to go. I am talking. Take care. Bye-bye. It's your life. Bring as much joy as you can to the journey. And just remember to bring love into everything you do. And allow people to give to you when you are in need. And not feel shame around that. All right. I can't get off. I send you lots of love. All right.
Hey everybody, this is John from Third of Never. We cannot imagine what you guys are going through in that part of the world right now. We're all trying to send money and supplies as we find, safe places to send it through. And I want to thank everyone involved in this online streaming thing today. I hope it, makes you maybe feel good for 2 or 3 seconds at a time. Who knows what you're dealing with up there, but we're thinking about you and doing the best we can, and God bless.
When I'm at an end, I'm feeling with my head, thinking with my heart, selling of my soul, just make makes my blood run cold and a little thin.
Hi, my name is Kimberly Hess. I'm the author of A Lesser Mortal, The Unexpected Life of Sarah B. Cochran. I've been very shocked to hear of the devastation in Asheville. My husband and I visited Asheville years ago to see the Biltmore and had such a wonderful time there and in the town, and have just been shocked by what we're seeing on the news. So our thoughts are with you. And I wanted to read just a short passage from my book that deals with a woman who had to overcome grief and unexpected tragedy in order to move on. While she wouldn't have experienced all of the problems that miners' widows did, she might have wondered how she would move on from tragedy and navigate the world of that era by herself. The family relationships and responsibilities that might have defined her place in the world had just been blown apart. Unlike many women around her, she was financially well off and owned businesses, but had no responsibility for an immediate family. What was the right step forward for someone in this position? It took another person to point out the extent of her latent power. Quote, "One day a young doctor came to see her," Sarah wrote in 1935. "He told her not to lie and weep. There was so much good she could do, schools and churches she could aid. So by this timely word, the gall of her affliction was transformed into the balm that comes from thinking and working for others. She said, 'I found new light in the world, new trust in God in my hope of doing good.'"
Hello, I am Pierre Ben-Suzan. I am at home in France, and I want to send a message of support to all the folks in the southeast of the United States and to my friends especially. I'm totally devastated and stunned at the level of destruction that this hurricane has done to people, to people's life, to houses, to homes, to cities. I'm totally amazed that a city I know very well for having played there many times, Asheville, has been destroyed. And I am without news of some of my friends there. And I have some of the news that do concord. Most of the homes have been destroyed. People are without electricity, without water. And some people are grateful to be just alive. You know, this is amazing. I mean, we are in France, safe. This world is upside down. Wars all over the place, hurricanes, natural elements. And here we are, you know, trying to make sense of all of this. I'm a guitar player. I'm a musician. What can I do except expressing my love and support? My concerns. I'm very sad. I'm heartbroken. You know, of course I could send money, but as a guitar player, as a musician, is music going to help? Sometimes I wonder, you know, what do you do with your music while people are suffering so much? And that is a question that happens a lot right now with all what we are encountering in the world, happening in the world. And I'm thinking, this music helps me, heals me. Probably it will heal other people. It will help other people. So I'm going to keep doing what I do. But I want you to know that I'm totally like a sponge. And I'm totally aware and in tune and resonating with people suffering. And I want to express my sympathy, my support, my love to all those people out there who have lost their homes, their confidence, their daily beautiful routine, who have to rebuild everything. You are not alone. And this is maybe the beauty of this is to see the level of solidarity between people. We are all interconnecting. We are all depending on each other. We are all there for each other. We are all supporting each other. And I'm not only talking France, United States. I'm talking worldwide. We are there for each other. And so I'm there. And my prayers, not that I'm a believer, but my resonance, my deep thinking are along with the people who have lost everything, people suffering, people wondering if their beloved ones are still around. And I can't wait to return to the United States and to spread love again. But from where I am, I'm spreading love my own way. And so, all the best.
Hi, I'm Lauren Martin. I'm a poet and a shrink and a shaman. And I wanted you to know that you're in all of our hearts and minds, and we are sending you strength and love as we know you're having to be incredibly creative about survival and becoming first responders and first responders being first responders. And in that context, I wanted to read a short poem I wrote that I think is concise in describing what we need as human beings. It's entitled Essentials of Man. Give me peace, give me hope, give me a soul from which to stand.
Thank you for joining us here on Big Blend Radio's Adventures in Asheville show. Learn more about the Lion and the Rose Bed and Breakfast, which is located in the historic Montford district of Asheville, North Carolina. Go to lion-rose.com. You can keep up with our Big Blend radio shows at bigblendradio.com.